Continuing with Hello Universe, this is chapter 21. When we left off, Virgil is still in the well and he's trying to decide whether he should yell for help or not. He's kind of afraid that Chet will hear him and come over and put the lid back over the top of the well and seal him in forever. But he starts to yell. He starts to yell for help. Chapter 21, Valencia. Squirrels are very busy creatures. They must be the busiest animals in the world. They're so busy that they're forgetful. I once read that squirrels spend most of their time hiding acorns for later, but then they forget where they hid them. That's where new trees come from. There must be thousands of acorns buried in the ground here, maybe even millions. If I ever wind up as the only person on the face of the earth like in my nightmare, and I don't have electricity or fresh vegetables, I'll dig into the ground and find all the forgotten acorns. Then I could feed myself for months, maybe years. And then I could locate civilization again. People will ask, "How did you survive, Valencia?" And I will say, "I ate all the acorns the squirrels left behind." And people will think, "Wow, she is really clever." From my observations, I've learned that squirrels keep nests in the trees. At first, I thought they lived in the ground, but now I know better. They use twigs and leaves to build nests in the branches. They look like birds' nests at first glance. I wish I could climb one of the trees and get a good look, but that would be hard. I'd probably wind up falling 40 feet and breaking 27 bones or something. Plus, I don't want to interfere with nature. Sometimes I do interfere, though, only when it's necessary. For example, a few minutes ago, I scattered a handful of acorns and placed them at the base of a pine tree near my fallen log. I wanted to see what the squirrels would do with them. And guess what? Within minutes, one of them scurried down, took a few of them, and darted off. They must have some kind of nut radar. Squirrels are part of the rodent family. I wonder if all rodents like nuts. I've never seen a rat with an acorn. But then again, you don't usually stumble on rats in nature. I wonder why. I write in my diary, "Do other rodents like nuts? How come I never see rats in the woods?" It's almost time to meet Kiori. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I stand up, put my diary in my bag, and close my eyes. "Dear Saint Rene," I say, "I'm about to go see Kiori Tanaka. I have 2 favors to ask. First, please keep watch over me just in case. Second, please help me get rid of my nightmare so I can have a good summer, or at least a summer with good night's sleep." I open my eyes, take a deep breath, and start walking to the other side of the woods. I am so lost in thought that I almost don't notice the old well. And I always notice it because it's one of my favorite things. I think it's from colonial times, but I'm not sure. It's still in decent shape, probably because it's made of stone, all except the heavy boards that cover it. But something looks different now. The boards have been moved. I walked up to the well. Sure enough, the mouth is open wide. Someone has been goofing off. And here's evidence, a small pile of rocks neatly placed. I bet somebody opened the well so they could throw them inside. Seems like a boring way to pass an afternoon, but I try it anyway. I drop them in one by one. It's dark down there, very dark. It makes me think of the crystal caverns, only something's not right. I don't know what it is, but I shudder and snatch my hands away. Did I hear something, or was it my imagination? I take a small step back, like something might jump out at me. Then lean forward and peer into blackness. Again, blackness. Sometimes when I can't hear something, I feel it. And I'm feeling something now. I should put the lid back. That's what's bothering me. An animal might fall inside. What if a squirrel went exploring and couldn't get out? Saint Rene blessed the children so he could protect them. That's how I like to think of myself with the squirrels. I'm not saying I'm as brave as Saint Rene. I mean, he got kidnapped and everything. Only that I would like to be like him. I know the squirrels can take care of themselves mostly, but the open well might confuse them. I better put it back. So I do. But even when the well is safely covered, I have a weird feeling. It doesn't go away, not even when I'm out of the woods and crossing the street to Kiori's house. And that was chapter 21.